I want to talk about feeding flat whiskered catfish again. The first day we got them, we put them in the minnow tank, and they didn't take pellets, they didn't take flakes, they didn't take cut fish. Eventually, after maybe half a day or overnight, they were bothered by the African cichlids, but they haven't fed before. The next day I split up the tank and put them in here behind the divider with the tiger shovelnose, and I went out and got some bloodworms because Mike from Aqua Imports told me they were feeding on bloodworms at his place. They were scary thin. So little by little they started feeding on the bloodworms, as you saw from yesterday's video. But yesterday night, when I gave the tiger shovelnose their cut fish, the little guys, the three little Barbados, the local name for the flat whiskered catfish, which means the beard, Pinirampus pirinampo, they fed very, very well on the cut fish. So this is the second time we're going to try it. Let's see how they feel about them today. This is just a minced up mullet. They fed real nice to very big stomachs. So I gave them a full day. There it is. This is one in the back. He's beginning to. Yep, he just grabbed a big piece. Come on, guys. You must be smelling it. Tiger shovelnose I feed only every other day because they also feed to huge stomachs, so I don't want to overfeed them, and I give them the mullet every other day. But because these guys now in this tank, I fed the tank yesterday, and now I'm feeding them again. They don't show too much hunger. That guy in the back, he got a good piece, but these two guys are sort of hesitant or not hungry, maybe from feeding yesterday quite well on the bloodworms first, and then pigging out on the catfish. Okay, here's a piece rolling right towards you. The tiger got it. Well, Murphy's Law, again I'm defeated. The only time I wasn't filming, they fed like crazy yesterday. Every time I was filming with the bloodworms or cut fish, they're like, that's okay, but maybe I'm not gonna take it. Come on, guy. Yeah, yesterday was a frenzy, so even if they start feeding now, it will not be the same as yesterday. As soon as I threw it in there, they were swimming all over the place. They started chasing all these pieces, and devouring them. The bigger pieces, they were shaking violently like a dog, trying to separate it out into smaller pieces that they could swallow. Alright, we'll try again later, I guess. Maybe I will catch them at their best, because this is nothing like yesterday. At least they made me really, really happy yesterday when they fed like with great gusto. They made me really happy. Alright, try it again the next day at night. Anybody hungry there? There we go. Good job. No, that's what I want to see. Shaking it and swallowing it. That's right. Finally, we got some footage of this action. Okay. Cut it down is pretty good. Still very thin, so this is the second time they eat very well that I can see. Oh, trouble continues with the 3 Barbados. They eat pretty well in this tank, in this section with the tiger shovelnose. But yesterday I started noticing that, see, the tails are trimmed, and the dorsal fin has been beaten on these two anyway. The best looking one is there in the back. I'm thinking maybe this is the dominant status, the pecking order. That's the dominant one is bothering. This is the one in the back is alpha, this is maybe beta, and gamma is the one that's zooming around, or vice versa. Maybe this is gamma because of how short his tail became, and this is beta. And on the other hand, the tiger shovelnose have grown incredibly. I mean, they're at the size that are presenting danger. I mean, they will not probably be able to, but they may try to prey on the 3 flat whisker catfish. So I'm gonna have to take them out back and put them back in the minnow tank now that the Africans are separated. Maybe they will take to it quite well. They eat very well. They love their caught fish. They eat until their stomachs are huge. So I'm gonna continue feeding them every day, wherever they are. So we'll see again. So we're going back to the same tank, minus the Africans, which are behind the divider. Alright, so they lasted only, what, 4 or 5 days in this tank behind the divider. And going back. They did put on some weight and some size, so that's good to see, but they're still thin. Come on. I need one more hand. Okay. Back to your original location, guys. We'll check back on them a little later. This tank seems to be rather peaceful. We just rescued these 2 angel fish, if you remember. They look very nice, no nips on them at all. Of course, I put them here after the Africans were gone. Okay, a little scared right now, but it'll pass. You turn the light off and have them relax. I'm feeding this tank flakes, and for the last 5 minutes the two of the flat whiskers were fighting with each other, side by side, biting each other's fins, so this is all self-inflicted. The nipped fins and it's not the work of the tiger shovelnose in the prior tank, it's all between them. Of course, as soon as I grab the camera, they split up. Maybe I'll catch it later. But it was a cat fight for sure. And I just put them in this tank literally 5 minutes ago. And they started fighting within minutes after being in the tank. They seem to be grabbing some flakes, which is also good. I like seeing that. Not a whole lot, but they grab some. Yeah, these two seem to be okay. But the other one that swam off, there he is. These two don't like each other. See, there you go. The dominant one, the one that I said alpha, this guy with the best looking tail, and the one that was occupying the bottom and chasing others away from his spot. He's winning also here, so they're territorial, it seems. Or maybe hierarchical at least. So the damage is self-inflicted. By self-inflicted I mean Barbado on Barbado, not any other tank mate. This tank is much bigger, so they can split up away from each other if they don't like each other. And they do not like each other. It took a while for me to see that. First they were too hungry or too stressed. So it took them several days before starting to show their true colors, see? This is the alpha. He doesn't like a subordinate Barbado in his territory. And he's keeping that guy up also. So this alpha kicked both of these guys off the bottom to swim up top while he's enjoying his defended space.